A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, the U.S. Senate has successfully passed legislation aimed at extending public funding and averting a government shutdown that loomed after the midnight deadline was missed. The bill, which received bipartisan support, will keep the government funded until March 14, 2024, and allocate $100 billion for disaster relief in states affected by recent calamities, as well as an additional $10 billion to support farmers facing financial challenges. This legislative maneuver comes just as President-elect Donald Trump is set to take office, highlighting the ongoing tensions within Congress regarding fiscal policy and the national debt. The Senate's approval of the bill came in the early hours of Saturday, with a decisive vote of 85 in favor and only 11 against. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer expressed relief over the outcome, emphasizing the importance of bipartisan cooperation in preventing a government shutdown right before the holiday season. After a chaotic few days in the House, it is good news that the bipartisan approach in the end prevailed, Schumer stated from the Senate floor shortly after the vote. The urgency of the bill became apparent as the Senate faced pressure to act quickly after the House of Representatives had previously passed its version of the funding package with a significant bipartisan majority of 366 to 34. House Speaker Mike Johnson had insisted that the government would not be allowed to close, especially in light of the upcoming Christmas holiday. However, the bill notably omitted Trump's demands for an increase in the debt ceiling, a contentious issue that has been at the forefront of political discussions in Washington. The legislation's passage marks a critical step in addressing the federal government's funding needs without raising the debt ceiling, a move that many Republicans, particularly those aligned with Trump, had pushed for. Trump's insistence on tying a debt ceiling increase to any funding deal was met with resistance from both Democrats and a faction of Republicans, leading to a compromise that ultimately set aside that demand for future discussions. As the political landscape shifts with Trump's impending presidency, House Speaker Johnson acknowledged the need for a collaborative approach moving forward. He pointed out that Republicans would have more influence over government spending as they prepare to take control of both chambers of Congress next year. This was a necessary step to bridge the gap, to put us into that moment where we can put our fingerprints on the final decisions on spending, Johnson stated, reflecting on the challenges ahead. The bill's provisions include significant disaster aid, aimed at helping states recover from recent natural disasters, and support for farmers who have been adversely affected by various economic pressures. This funding is critical as the nation grapples with the aftermath of climate change-related disasters and the ongoing impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on the agricultural sector. Critics of the bill, including some conservative Republicans, voiced their concerns that the legislation does not adequately address the nation's fiscal trajectory and could contribute to the growing national debt, which currently exceeds $36 trillion. Representative Rich McCormick, one of the dissenting voices, argued that the bill would only exacerbate the financial issues facing the country. "We will be the country of the past if we continue doing what we're doing," he warned. The backdrop of this legislative battle has been a significant debate over the debt ceiling, which sets the maximum amount of money that the U.S. government is allowed to borrow to meet its existing legal obligations. The last increase occurred in June 2023, when Congress suspended the debt limit until January 2025, at which point it will automatically adjust to match the amount of debt issued by the Treasury Department. With Trump poised to take office on January 20th, the dynamics within Congress are expected to shift further, with potential implications for future funding negotiations and fiscal policy. The upcoming debates over the debt ceiling and government spending will likely be contentious, as Republicans prepare to push for tax cuts and other priorities while navigating the complexities of bipartisan governance. In conclusion, the Senate's passage of this funding bill represents a temporary solution to the pressing issue of government funding, but it also sets the stage for future political battles as the new administration takes shape. As lawmakers return to their districts for the holiday season, the implications of this legislation will undoubtedly resonate in the coming months as they grapple with the challenges of governance and fiscal responsibility in an increasingly polarized political environment. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.